put her in a movie or you put her in a TV show, it's just going to sell. Like, she just sells. Her name sells. She sells seashells on the seashore. I might have ADHD. What's up, guys? Omni here. You guys know how it goes. Another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topic, tweets, videos you want me to talk about tomorrow? Yeah, guys, today is Thursday, February 27th. That's right. The 4P champ is here. Oh my God. 4 videos in a row. What's happening? Is the world ending? It might be. That's how much news is going on that I have to keep coming up here to talk to you guys. These big old chunky wonky videos of things that are happening. Let me give you a preview just really quickly. I have to give you a preview of what we're going to be talking about today because it's a lot. We have an update on Dr. Disrespect. Okay. Remember that crash out that he had? Was it yesterday or the day before? I don't remember, but apparently Nickmercs responded and absolutely freaking cooked him. We also have an update when it comes to ExtraEmily, when it comes to the whole backlash about her like saying but also not saying the N-word. Apparently the Epstein files are dropping sometime today. Okay, we're going to finally find out who done did it. In politics, we have a few more updates when it comes to Trump. Apparently he has some type of AI video that's floating around that's pissing a lot of people off. Today is officially Pokemon Day. That's right. Okay, the official Pokemon channel just came out with a trailer. So I'll let you guys know everything you might have missed. And there's more, right? This is not the end, okay? So might have to start dropping like double uploads for you guys, or maybe I'll drop a video. Definitely have a video for you guys tomorrow as we get more of the Epstein files, okay? So just relax, okay? Buckle in, all right? Hit the like button, okay? If you're still here, just do it, and subscribe, okay? If you're viewing the channel, if you're new, you're old or whatever, just hit the sub button, okay? It would mean a lot to me, all right? Let's jump in to today's news. So first, let's talk about this one, okay? Ed Kipper the Kirker said the Epstein files tomorrow and linked me to a tweet here saying that the U.S. government will release Jeffrey Epstein files tomorrow. That is as of today, okay? We talked about yesterday how there were rumors or allegations that the FBI was going around and scrubbing and deleting evidence of the Epstein files and everything that was in there. And now today we're finding out that we're going to apparently be getting some names, and the list of names that could apparently appear on this list is like extraordinary, okay? It's like P. Diddy, all right? So you know how there was the Diddy party, all right, with all the people, and we're waiting for the names of that? Same thing with Epstein, this whole Epstein Island with people and sex trafficking and some of the worst sex crimes you can think of, but you have a lot of huge political figureheads from around the entire world that used to frequent this island with this freaky ass nigga. People have been waiting for this list for a very long time, and a lot of people are kind of like skeptical about the list because one of the people who has been known to hang out with Epstein quite a lot was Trump. So the question is like, would the FBI release a list that also has the name of like Trump on there? Like, and if he's not on there, then does it mean it's altered? Is it going to be a complete list? Who knows? It's still kind of early in the morning. It hasn't dropped yet, but you guys did link me to this Fox News live coverage where they talk about it. We'll just watch this really fast in case you haven't seen it.
People are wondering, because you said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk. When can we see them, and what's taking so long to release them?
What's taking so long?
I do. Jesse, there are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. 200. So we have well over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. But other than that, I think tomorrow, you know, the personal information of victims. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released by my office.
What kind? Are we going to see who was on the flights? Are we going to see any evidence from what he recorded? Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
Yeah, what you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information, but it's pretty sick what that man did.
Okay, well, we'll
along
look
with
for
his
that.
co-defendant.
Absolutely, and he had help. That's for
He
sure.
He sure did.
Oh man, this is going to be a storm. It's today. I mean, by the time you guys are watching this video, parts of the names might have already come out. Again, it's still early morning, so I haven't gotten anything, okay? So when the names do drop, I will definitely give you an update on those names, okay? Don't worry. Subscribe, okay? I got you. Again, the public sentiment about the Epstein list is still kind of, it's a little bit confusing and wavering. It's like, number one, why is it taking so long? Okay, the fact that they have to redact like 200 victims' names, I don't believe that's the reason why it took so long. Okay, there's names on here that could be very, very detrimental to the political world at stake. I think worldwide, in my opinion, but definitely in the United States, right? And there's names on here as well that I believe that would not work in the best interest of the current regime that's in office as well, and people in the past regimes as well. My guess is the diddlers are on both sides here. So it's like, will the information be altered? Why are we hearing rumors about it being deleted and altered the day before it's coming out? And how much faith and trust can we have in it? Another thing that's worrying a lot of people is that we're in the age again of misinformation and disinformation. Okay, lying is the most OP, overpowered thing that you can do in the office because there's no repercussions. Period. Period. Politicians, governments, people everywhere can come out here and straight lie to your face, okay? And feed you the wrong information and then fool you. And then when you find out later it was a lie, you're done. There's nothing that can be done about it. You've already accepted the information. You've already had the implications and we move on. So there's literally no repercussions to freaking lying here. So it's going to be a mixed bag. What I think is going to happen, to wrap this section up, by the way, is that the list is going to come out and it's probably going to lean towards a certain group of people and not towards another certain group of people, okay? And there's going to be a confirmation bias. So if the group of people who are listed, let's say for example, it's mainly red, right? Then the people in the red are going to be like, this list is altered. Fake news, not real. But if it's blue, they're gonna be like, oh my God, this is the realest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's the same thing, vice versa, turned around. Whoever narrative that it fits the most, then it's going to either be a good thing or a bad thing because, that's just how politics work. I know there's a group in the middle of people who have nuance who are kind of like, yeah, I'm not on both sides. I'm just trying to figure out the truth. But I think that's kind of like the small minority, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. It's going to be pretty big, that's for sure. All right, let's jump in. We have an update here when it comes to the whole situation with ExtraEmily, okay? The streamer from OTK who had some clips that were going around. It was viral with her and her friend NMPLL, and she basically, his name is Nick, and then after she said, Nick, then, she said and then the combination of those two words made her sound like she said a word. Then there was a second clip that was trending where she said Nick, and then she said pause, space, and then she did a grr sound, like grr, like growling at you, right? So some people were kind of like, okay, the first one, the court of Omni, we had Nigga Court, by the way, the other day, and the court of Omni said like she's innocent. All right, I said, she's free to walk away. The first one was a mistake. The second one, kind of sus. But, what are you doing? But the internet didn't feel that way. Internet is a wild card, okay? And if they'll find reason to hate you, like I said, they will find reasons to hate you. But people could see the mistake of, your best friend, one of your friends being Nick, and then you saying the second clip kind of like dug her in deeper, where a lot of people are like, oh, okay, I thought that you made a mistake, but now it looks like you're kind of playing into it type situation. And then ExtraEmily came out and was like, hey guys, please stop. I'm not racist. I'm not trying to say the word, please stop. And now we're here. ExtraEmily gets emotional in reaction to the recent drama.
And I was like, okay, what else would I do with my time if I wasn't a streamer? I talked to my mom and she's like, Emily, go get an MBA and you can just go back to work. And I'm like, that sounds horrible. So I'm like, I still do, like, every time I thought about something else, it always just came back to me streaming, and I was like, I just have to kind of weather this part of the bad part of the internet.
So she said, I think it's funny, right? Not this. I'm not laughing at her tears, okay? I'm not that evil, right? I think what's funny is people at home who are watching who are like, oh my God, I'd have to get an MBA and work. And people are like, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And this person right here who's streaming is like crying about the fact that they'd have to go to do what it is that you're doing. Because when it comes to content creators, I think a lot of them are very out of touch. I was in the corporate workforce for the majority of my life before I became a content creator, so I can see the separation. A lot of the content creators go straight from like high school or not even before college and just go straight into the content creation. And if they make it, there's this gap where they just they don't relate to the working class because they quite literally never ever joined the working class. But yeah, I thought there was kind of humor in that. It's sad. to be honest, to see what she's going through. I don't think ExtraEmily is a bad person. There was a little bit of drama beforehand a couple of weeks back where there was a clip going around where she was talking to her parents, and she said she would not pay her parents back for how much money they loaned to her to help her go to college. Apparently they gave her like a lot of money, and she said on stream, I'm not paying it back. Just not going to do it, even though she's very well off as a streamer. So people were like, wow, that's pretty it's pretty selfish of you to not want to, pay it back to your parents who invested in you, and now that you've made it well, you're not trying to give any kind of money back. Yeah, anyway, let me just put in just the rest of the clip really fast.
And I'm just like, there really isn't anything else I want to do. It's just kind of, you have to deal with it. So there are tough times, but we'll keep pushing on and keep trying. So I was really thinking about it, though. I was like, is this a sign to stop and pursue something else in my life? Like, it just been happening too frequently recently. It's so strange.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, but there ain't no way you're not letting this go, okay? The question of, should I pursue something? You're not. Once you've tasted the sweet nectars of content creation, the sweet, freaking sponsorship money, the OTK money, the donations and the subs and the dopamine, you can't go back, okay? That's why people hang on to it for relevancy for long and long, even after they're canceled. It's crazy because they just can't leave it freaking behind. So the internet has been a little bit more vocal. Okay, they've been responding. There's one part of people who are like, guys, it was, this is a nothing burger. Okay, why are people spending much time talking about it? Like, for real, like, it's not a big deal. She didn't say the word, and if she did say the word, like, come on, let's stop giving it power, blah blah blah. You have a lot of other people who are saying, bro, just take accountability. Just, you said it, you made a joke about it. It looks like you continued to make the joke about it, whether you did it intentionally or not. It looks like you were kind of playing into it. Just kind of like own it, but like don't cry, no crocodile tears, etc. So you have two sides of people who feel different ways about it. And so it's turning it into a situation already to the point where, as you can see right here, it says the media has been disabled in response to a report by the copyright owner. It looks like, and I'm just assuming this could be wrong or not, that ExtraEmily went out and copyright strike DMCA'd all of the clips of her talking to NMPLL and saying those words, which is might not play well in the content creation space. Taking down clips and videos and YouTube videos of people in DMCAing is like one of the things that you just don't do in content creation, unless it's like, illegal stuff or clips that you did not want authorized, right? But if it's like public information and you're sharing public information and then you're getting taken down for it, especially when it comes to YouTube, oh my God, you will get absolutely cooked. And also it's the whole concept of like trying to control and manipulate information. You get it. Afro Senju, my guy, said, hey, I don't really know this person, by the way. I saw the clip where she said Nick, and it really just sounded like an honest mistake. Then I saw a clip after that where she said Nick, ... pause, if you're going to double down, whip those tears the heck LMFAO. It's like, if you're going to joke around saying the word, just be the jokester, but don't joke about it, get the backlash, and then start crying about it when the backlash is too strong. He followed up and said, I also get that it's humor. I don't think this person is racist, but don't make those jokes and be surprised that the backlash doesn't make sense to me at all. You got Keep down here saying LMAO. You got this other person saying, hey, I've seen your content, I mess with it, but if you're going to keep it a stack, this has got to be one of the stupidest douchebag posts I've seen on my timeline in a while. You started the post with, I don't really know who this person is, and then just followed up with, really is just sounded like an honest mistake. Why use her influence to bring more drama to clear out of context clips from the past and encourage more internet haters? Not only that, this quote retweet is on a clip of her crying about it and is messed up with her mental. You're over the top for that. And then Afro Central just said, look, I'm not as locked in as you are with the content. I saw what I saw and thought it was crazy. I think this is this comment right here is interesting because like the majority of the internet is just going to see a clip of some girl, right, saying the N-word, and that's it. They don't know anything about her. They don't know the context. They don't know her personality. They're just going to see her saying that, and then they're going to see the second clip of her saying the girl, right? So that's it, and that's all the information that they have. And just based off that information, it is kind of sus, right? It's like you have to dig deeper to kind of be able to vouch for her. But as a person who doesn't know her, it does look bad just from a normal person who's come out of here and met her for the first time. In my opinion, as the token black person on Black History Month, okay, I know I know everyone, the non-black people are like, okay, Omni, all right, how do you feel? Blackie. Okay, tell me. Tell me how to feel. No, I honestly, I'm still of the belief that I don't think she's racist. I don't even know if she was joking about it or not. Maybe not. I actually genuinely don't care. But that's just me personally. You see, I'm a black guy on the internet, and I'm just used to this. In fact, this is so tame to me that it's a nothing burger to me, because number one, I've been exposed to much more. You guys probably know this, but as a content creator and just being black, I get exposed to that word every single day. Somewhere on some platform, somewhere, someone is calling me a monkey or an N-word. So I'm just kind of desensitized to it at this point. And then when I see, events of this happening, then I'm just like, whatever, it ain't even like the top of the iceberg. Okay. So for me, it's a nothing burger, but that's just for me. Other people might not like how it is, and I have to kind of respect how people feel. And other people might feel like it's nothing as well, and it's not a big deal. And I have to kind of like let people have their opinions as well. So just when I'm giving my opinion, I'm not trying to assert it upon you or say that it's the truth or not. It's just me personally. Like, I'm just like, okay, but it is Black History Month. So, people are a little bit more sensitive to these kind of jokes around at this time, right? And number two, like it did seem, and I could be wrong, that she was kind of playing into the joke with the second clip when she said Nick, and then pause, and then Gur, which I thought was funny, right? But other people might not. That's the part when it comes to humor, especially when it comes to racism. I make a lot of jokes here on this channel. You guys will be like, Omni, I didn't think that was funny. Let me do the Dr. Respect. Omni, I didn't think it was funny. Sorry, I'll never do that again. And sometimes when I tell jokes, they don't fly and people might not like me for it. And that's what happens when you tell jokes at other people's expense, right? Sometimes it will fly and people are like, haha, that's funny. And some people be like, hey, that hurt my feelings. I don't like you anymore. And that's kind of like what it means to be a comedian in the Earth space. And I have to accept that. So I still tell jokes, but I try to let you guys know, hey, I'm chilling. The point that I'm trying to make is that this situation is really messy. Okay, the takedowns I think are not going to work in her favor. The fact that this is a back-to-back instance where Emily has been kind of crying on stream about things that people feel like are not things that are worth crying about. It seems like she can't handle a lot of the pressure when it comes to the internet space, and then when she calls the internet evil, as opposed to just saying like a better response that a lot of people were saying would have been like, hey, yeah, I did make the joke because NP is my homie, that's my guy, and I was just playing. Sorry if I went too far. My bad. Okay. And to be honest, it's interesting, right? I think the accountability part where you just kind of say, hey, my bad. That, went a little bit too far. Shouldn't have done that. Most people will be like, okay, cool. Like thumbs up, like fine. There's still going to be the people, the hater brigades, who are going to hate you regardless, but you can never appease them, right? So the only people that you can, cater to is just being real and just be like, yeah, that was kind of stupid of me. My bad. I don't want to do that no more. I don't know. That's how I feel. I do feel a little bit bad for Emily, but also at the same time, like when other people are kind of having their opinions about her, whether it's on one side or the other, they're entitled to it. And I can only just sit back here and watch how it plays out. So I'll let you guys know if there's any updates on this situation. I'm hoping my videos or clips don't get taken down. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. All right. I'm just reporting the news. Don't do that. All right. We might have a problem there if we do that. Before we get into the Dr. Disrespect update, okay, I have some really sad news. This is really, really tragic. Chef Bax said Michelle Trachtenberg has died. This kind of like hit me with whiplash. Michelle Trachtenberg has sadly passed away at the age of 39. Her face, I feel like, is one of the most recognizable faces that I recall in most of my teenage childhood growing up. She was the star for Harriet the Spy. I completely forgot she was in that because I knew her most from Buffy. I was a Buffy fan. I don't think I followed it a lot, but like I had a crush on Buffy and on her as well when I was growing up. And I think she also played in a couple of other movies as well, but she passed away and it's just really sad news. A lot of people are kind of just being like, wow, 39, way too young. Sad to see this happen. People are saying it was from natural causes. So just an update to say rest in peace to Michelle Trachtenberg. This one kind of just like out of left field. Really, really sad and sucks to hear that this happened. So, all right, let's get to the updates to Dr. Disrespect. Okay, if you guys didn't know, and yesterday's video, if you haven't seen it, by the way, just go ahead and watch it. We talked about the crash out that Dr. Disrespect happened. It was a 4-minute nauseating clip of editing. Oh my Lord. Like I was getting a headache kind of reacting and watching it. But he was basically complaining about the fact that his friends turned their back on him after the news came out that he had engaged with a minor online, right? And he did not like the fact that his friends, and by his friends, he was talking about Lupo, Tim the Tat Man, Nickmercs, and I think somebody else as well, And he was like, yeah, you guys, you can't believe you didn't see through the lies, didn't see through the smokes and the mirrors. He started kind of doing some little grifting where he was talking about pronoun peoples and liberals there and how everyone has the wrong information. It was really sad. Like, a lot of people kind of are now starting to see like through the facade. It would be harder to see it beforehand. But the problem is that there was, again, a tweet where he just admitted to talking to an underage person. And that's enough for people to be like, let me back up. Okay, that's enough. If it's not enough, then I don't know what is enough. So here's Nickmercs. Nickmercs was one of the people who was really close with Dr. Disrespect. And Nickmercs is also a streamer as well. And then he made a video kind of distancing himself once he found out about the information. He was kind of like, dang, you know, that sucks to hear, you know, that this happened. I'm going to obviously take a step back. I don't support this. I'm going to distance myself. I think later on he went on a podcast to talk more about it in detail, but then people are saying that after that point, he kind of like stopped. He went radio silent and didn't talk about Dr. Disrespect. And then Dr. Disrespect, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6 months later came back and said, hey, I heard what you said, by the way. And this is why the rant happened. So now we're back here to Nickmercs, who is responding to the situation that happened with Dr. Disrespect. Let's see what he has to say here.
Well, you know, whatever. We already know the dude cheated on his wife. Then he's talking about, this guy met my wife. I mean, motherfucker, you cheated on her. I met her? That's the highlight here? Yeah, I shook her hand at the Super Bowl halftime for 7 minutes. Yeah, I fucking met her. She was a nice lady. I feel bad for her, man. You know, I hope they figure it out. I seriously, I hope they figure it out. I hope it's great for them, man. I really do. I know it must be hard, this whole thing for them. I hope they figure it out. But I didn't go up there talking shit about his wife and his kid. I just made a little point that I think was important. How you doing this with a wife and kid? That's all I said. And I think it's a pretty fair fucking question. Because everybody thinks this guy is up on some fucking hilltop like we all pray to him or something. What are we doing? What are we fucking doing?
So yeah, he's saying like, yeah, bro, why are you talking down at people when you don't realize, like he was talking about like how he was disrespecting his wife, right? And then people were like, dude, like, did you forget that you kind of did this to your own family? Like you had a full daughter? Like you did this to your family and you're mad at other people for taking a step back, even though you took a step forward and disrespected your own family.
We're all fake and phony because we cut ties with you after you did some fucking crazy shit. Put all your boys in a tough spot. You want to get real about it? Get fucking real about it. You put everybody around you in a tough ass spot because you're a dog. Because you're a dog, bro. And I've known plenty of dogs, man. But when you go below that 18-year-old bullshit, you a different kind of dog now. Now you're a weirdo. And you can't fucking, you have no self-awareness. You can't reflect. You can't hold yourself accountable. You can't be a man. Being a man is about holding yourself accountable with things you do. It's a really important part about growing up and being a fucking man. You're a father. You're a husband. Look, you fucked up. You got to own it. You got to be a fucking man. You fucked up. You don't get to go around and blame everybody else for the shit that you did. That's not what you do. That's not what you do.
I said, hey, dun, 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 dun. What's going on? Sorry, that's actually one of my favorite songs, by the way. I'd put that on the top 25. The one with He-Man, by the way. Anyway, he said, yeah, man, you had to be a man. You gotta own. Stop pointing fingers at people. Like, why are you pointing fingers at the people where you put them in a tough spot? Your friends, okay? Because you did some fuck stuff, right? You was up there going crazy. And now you're like, why did you guys not have my back? Why did you take a step away? Like, why are you trying to point fingers? And I think the answer to that, like you just said, was not taking accountability. That's the beginning and the end of it. So it feels like, in my opinion, that Dr. Disrespect is purposely lying to basically, you know, keep his audience and his base and, you know, put the clips out there so people can believe this misinformation, like I said. But also, number two, he's projecting what happened by blaming other people. These are tactics that people use when they are dodging accountability. It's dodging accountability literally 101. And even if you might not agree or like Nickmercs or in terms of like what he's done in the past, what he said was some real stuff. It's real. It's the truth. But yeah, there's another like 10-minute clip or whatever where Nickmercs is talking about it as well on stream. I'm not even going to get into those details. Those were the 2 viral clips that people were sharing around. And yeah, you guys already know my opinion about it. Again, objectively, Dr. Disrespect has just been lying. Okay. He's been manipulating information. He's literally been editing tweets in real time and people have been calling out about it. Okay. So he's not really a trustworthy source when it comes to what's happening. Whatever he says is kind of already untrustworthy, even if he is telling the truth. But he's already been caught in multiple lies. And even now, as we've, covered this situation in grave detail, what he's saying is not accurate to what has occurred. It feels like he's trying to change the timeline. But somebody like me or somebody like you who has seen the events are like bro, you can't say that this happened after just seeing this. Some people will be fooled. Others will not. That's how I view it. You guys can let me know at home. That's the update. I don't think it was a good idea for him to crash out like that, because it's just bringing it back up to the limelight. Unless again he just shows the receipts and he shows that's what people care. It's the same thing with the Epstein files, same thing with the Diddy files. If you just show it and it wasn't that bad, then you're good. But you can't, because it probably was that bad. Quick sports Twitter thing. This one sucks. You guys may or may not have heard about this Twitter account. It's called NBACentel, right? It is the infamous sports Twitter account where they post some of the most obscene tweets that you can think of when it comes to sports news and history or whatever. And it's so convincing of I think NBACentel that a lot of news characters like Stephen A. Smith and people in the sports sphere have quote retweeted and man, I cannot believe it. Can you believe that LeBron James took a shower with a chocolate Hershey bar? It'll be something ridiculous, but because it looks so close to the real thing, people will believe it. But it's a parody count, so it's and it's powerful. It's loved by many. It's kind of like The Onion, but with sports. But they got deleted. They got removed. It says here, today we honor the legacy of a Twitter legend, perhaps the greatest single run we've ever seen from a basketball account. With all due respect, it was pretty legendary as well. Okay, literally people everywhere. We have. Let me show you exactly how crazy this is. These are tweets from actual basketball teams from Stephen A. Smith. Okay, rest in peace, Centel. NBA 2K, rest in peace, Centel. The Sacramento Kings, lit that beam for Centel tonight. The Houston Rockets, forever in our hearts. This is for you. The LA Clippers, Miami Heat, Orlando Magic, Utah Jazz, Atlanta Hawks, Buffalo Wild Wings, right? These are brands that are paying respects to freaking to Centel, because that's how monumentally, I would say, not important, but how big they became. They were a part of the sphere and they got eviscerated. A lot of people are upset. Someone said here, accounts posting all kinds of violent and hateful and racist things on this app, but NBACentel can't post jokes. Yeah, I go on this app, right? And I see someone die. I see naked people. I see naked people having sex. I see more people dying. I see people getting shot. I see fights. I see racism. I see bigotry. I see all of that, right? But you got some person with a Twitter account who just making goofy parody accounts, and they gotta go. They have to go. I don't know if they'd ever be reinstated. Sucks, but rest in peace to NBACentel. Probably one of the funniest, most important parody accounts when it comes to social media spaces, just absolutely being evaporated in one day. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit of politics. Okay, this one's kind of going to blow your mind. A lot of you guys have been saying, by the way, that you do appreciate the political commentary. Okay, I'm not trying to turn this channel to a politics channel, but again, like I said, I think it's important to kind of be in the know of what's happening without getting too lost in the details. At the same time, I'm trying to project information for you guys objectively and fairly, just so you guys can have information. My goal for you guys is to have information. That's it. I always have to keep saying it because a lot of people are kind of worried, oh no, which agenda is he going to push here, from the left or the right? What's going to happen? A lot of people talk about how stressed it is. Relax. Okay, like I said, Elon Musk has not lobbied me yet. Okay, I haven't gotten that Israel money yet. When it happens, when I get paid, there will be I'll blink 3 times, a boom, boom, boom. I'll let you guys know. But until I get that money and I get lobbied, right, I'll give you guys nice independent source of news and information in a chill and relaxing way. It's all right. It's going to be Dai Jabu. Anyway, Yodo said, "What is Trump even doing, bro?" Y'all not gonna believe this, okay? This tweet says, breaking. Trump posted the most disturbing post of any president. An AI video showing a real estate project development in Gaza Strip, presumably ethically cleansed of Palestinians, men dancing in bikinis, sipping drinks next to Netanyahu. Is it Netanyahu? I think it's Netanyahu. I have something with words. I still don't know. Netanyahu. I've heard the right pronunciation and then I forget it. Anyway, real Donald Trump literally posted this tweet. Let's just, if you haven't seen it, let's just post it. It wasn't a tweet though. I think it was actually on his other social media account. This is not fake, by the way. This is AI, so that it's fake there, but this is an actual thing. 2025, what's next?
Donald is coming to set you free, bringing the light for all to see.
Just got to pause there, right there, just for the copyright purposes of the song. I'll play a little bit of the clip. Sorry, I paused on the frame where they have Elon Musk. This looks like an Elon Musk. I think that's him. Elon Musk sitting here in the new Palestine, eating food. And again, the other clips as well here is showing a utopia that has been rebuilt from the ground up, like a cyber future utopia of Palestine, where it's like it's good now. There's no more war. There's no more rubble. It's just good.
No more tunnels. No more fear. Trump Gaza.
Yeah, sorry. Let's go back for that one. They had the AI had videos of How do I explain this one? I mean, I think it's explanatory. I think these are Palestinians that are they have guys with the beards, but big old bosoms. The power of AI is very powerful, as you can see. And they're dancing. This is something that he's posting.
Trump Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright.
Trump Gaza
the future, a brand new life.
shining bright. You got Elon with the money. You've got, this is very important, these clips. You've got Trump dancing with the locals. You've got boats and ships and people hanging out on here. Like this is a pier. It's I mean, the way they pronounce it, it looks, good, right?
Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza, #1.
You got kids bringing over money.
Gaza, shining bright, golden future.
Okay, so this one is a big old statue of Donald Trump. You cannot make this up, bro. This huge a statue of Donald Trump, and he wants a place in Palestine called Trump Gaza.
A brand new life. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza, #1.
So again, all right. So a lot of mixed reviews. There are people who have been personally impacted and infected by the situation that's happening in Palestine. They've lost loved ones. Okay, there's people who have died. This is a real thing. Okay, so making memes and jokes about this is going to be normal when it comes to an internet level of people who kind of do that. But when you have that happening with the actual president of the United States, I think we can objectively say it's tacky, right? Wherever you stand, it's a bit tacky because this is a real event with real deaths. This is a genocide. All right. People are dying in the thousands. And we're posting about a Trump Gaza to be built on top of the land that has just been drowned with blood. I think that we can all agree here is no bueno. As you guys probably know, there's been a lot of public backlash on it. Okay, there are some people who are saying like, hey, yeah, I support Trump Gaza. There's people like that. Some people are saying, yes, Donald Trump is just trolling you guys. He ha ha. Like, I can't believe you guys can't see that he's just playing around. He's messing around. But he's not. I mean, like, he's not. That's the thing, right? When it comes to information, it seems like he's playing, but he's not. Like, this is what he's trying to do. He does want to evacuate all of the Palestinians from Gaza. He wants to do he wants to take ownership. He has said it. Okay. It's a meme that is quite literally based on truth. And while it may be exaggerated, it might not be an exaggeration. Anyway, it says Trump's social media video garners pushback from Arabs and Muslims and US and Gaza. As you guys know, the entire world has responded to this, not just people in the United States, but the entire world, because the president of the United States literally posted this video. It reads here, the post comes weeks after Trump suggested that the US should take over the Gaza Strip and relocate Palestinians. In Gaza, many residents have little to no internet service, but Some who viewed the video expressed anger to NPR Gaza producer Anaz Baba. Baba showed the video to 20-year-old Mohammed Abdul Raham, who rejected the idea, quote, "We won't be lured by a few statues and money. Leave us alone and let us rebuild our homes by ourselves," he told Baba. Faye Namir, the CEO and founder of the MENA, Middle East and North Africa, American Chamber of Commerce in Dearborn, Michigan, called the video offensive and counterproductive to peace talks. However, the White House responded to these claims, saying President Trump is a visionary, and his plan is to have the United States involved in Gaza's rebuilding, which will allow for Palestinians to resettle in a new, beautiful communities while improving conditions in the region for generations to come, that she added. So yeah, that's the AI video, okay? So some people do support the notion of Trump going there and rebuilding in Gaza, and they're like, yeah, go for it. Like, take care of it. It's a bad place, and United States should be in charge with it. That's a fine thing. I think also there are some people who are like, hey, I don't know if that's where we want our taxpayer money to be going. We're trying to keep the money here, not pushing it out over there to build, the Trump Gaza. Overall, I don't think it was a very popular video for Trump, and it seems to have more dissent than support. But again, there's so much news that's happening when it comes to Trump and the new policies, the executive orders, the FBI. There's so much that this gets drowned. Like after one day of kind of wildness, you're like, wow, I can't believe this happened. You start to forget because, well, there's more to talk about. Welcome to America. Do you have your battle pass? Okay, because yes, Donald Trump has basically announced that the U.S. will sell a gold card. That's right, which will grant those who pay $5 million residency and a path to citizenship. Quote, "Wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, successful, and spending a lot of money." Ladies and gentlemen, money is always king. If you ever question the power of money, if you just ever question like money isn't everything, it is, because quite literally you can buy yourself into America if you have $5 million. The green card, nah, those are for the brokies. Okay, now if you got a gold card, hey, welcome to America. You're in the in club now. I feel like a lot of people who have just money to spend will just buy this thing for the sake of buying it. Just be like, you know what? I just want it. It's a $5 million gold card so I can come in and out of the United States as I please. Sure, I guess I'll accept it.
It's sort of a green card plus, and it's a path to citizenship. We're going to call it the gold card, and I think it's going to be very treasured. I think it's going to do very well, and we're going to start selling hopefully in about 2 weeks. Now, just so you understand, if we sell 1 million, right, 1 million, that's $5 trillion, $5 trillion. If we sell 10 million, which is possible, 10 million highly productive people coming in, or people that we're going to make productive, they'll be young but they're talented, like a talented athlete, that's $50 trillion. That means our debt is totally paid off, and we have $15 trillion above that. And now, I don't know that we're going to sell that many. Maybe we won't sell many at all, but I think we're going to sell a lot, because I think there really is a thirst. No other country can do this, because people don't want to go to other countries. They want to come here. Everybody wants to come here.
Okay, so yes, the logic is if you get a certain amount of people to buy this gold card, then we can use it to pay down our debt, our deficit, which I think it's like in the 20-30 trillions or something like that. And that's the logic behind it. Yeah. Have you guys ever noticed, I mean, as you get older, but have you guys realized when it comes to people and humans, when I start seeing human beings, I stop seeing them as adults. I stopped seeing the titles. I see these guys, right? But then I think to myself, 50 years ago, 70 years ago, these people were just kids, children, people, regular dudes, right? And you realize they just got older, they got into these positions, and they're just kind of doing things. I don't know. When I see ideas like this playing out, the mask and the mystery that is the government or any kind of CEOs or people starts to, it peels back. Because at first you think wow, Jeff Bezos, crazy. No, they're not special. Nobody's special, right? And this reminds me that this is just 3 human beings saying some things that you may or may not agree with. And I just wanted to make that comment, because I feel like it becomes more and more painfully aware of how people in power and people with a lot of money are still just regular as people at the end of the day. They just have a little bit more currency than others.
They'll be able to pay
$5 million to the U.S. government. They'll have to go through vetting, of course. We're going to make sure they're wonderful, world-class global citizens. They can come to America. The president can give them a green card, and they can invest in America, and we can use that money to reduce our deficit. Why do we give out lotteries of green cards? Why do we give out EB-5 for green cards? The President of the United States understands that the right answer is, why don't we eliminate the deficit of the United States of America instead?
The gold card, well, millions, but the gold card will bring in with it people that create jobs, very high-level people. I think companies will pay to get people in. For instance, you today graduate from the Wharton School of Finance or Harvard or Stanford or any college, and nobody knows if you can even go to work for a company. So Apple and all these companies that want to get people to be working for them will be able to buy a card, and for the people that are number one in their class at top schools, I see that as one of the things. But generally speaking, it'll be people with money and people that create jobs, and they won't have to pay any tax on income outside of the United States, which they're not paying right now. They're not citizens, but they'll have to pay if they create jobs in the United States. They'll pay full taxes like everybody else. So you're getting big taxpayers, big job producers, and we'll be able to sell maybe 1 million of these cards, maybe more than that. And if you add up the numbers, they're pretty.
Just 1 million people who can afford to pay $5 million. I don't know the ratio of millionaires in this world when it comes to human beings and people who have money like that. I don't know it. I'm sure there are at least 1 million people who have $1 million. I'm sure, probably. I think. I don't know. I can't say for sure. That's something I actually honestly don't know. I'd have to get a census, but I don't know what to say about it because I just don't know how effective this would be. I actually don't have anything negative to say about it, and I don't have anything positive to say about it because I quite literally just don't understand how effective this could be. Did I just say that? I might have repeated myself. So that's the gold card in a nutshell. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. Genuinely, one of the few things that I feel like I'm a little bit speechless with because I just don't know. I don't know which way it can go. I don't think it's going to be effective, but also I can't say that with 100% certainty. So I'm just going to float that information out there, let you guys have at it. All right, guys, it's Pokemon Day. That's right. Pokemon came out with a new presentation to talk about some new Pokemon news. If you are a Pokemon fan, if you played Pokemon Go, Pokemon TCG, you probably had to wake up at 9 o'clock this morning to figure out what they were talking about. And yeah, it looks like they released a new trailer for Pokemon Legends ZA. We got a teaser for that in the last Pokemon Presents. It's a 1minute and 43-second clip. Let's just watch it together. Okay, it launches late 2025 this year, and let's see what all the hubbub is about. Nintendo Switch. Low. Okay, are they in Paris? I think they're in Paris. That looks like the Eiffel Tower. Game Freak. Got some Pokemons, okay. All right, we got the starters. So looks like the starters are going to be from left to right. You have Chikorita, okay, Chico, Chikorita. Okay. Then you got I think that's Tepig, in the middle, and then on the right you have Totodile, which is a little interesting because if I recall, Chikorita and Totodile are both from the Johto region. Tepig, I don't remember which region is from, but there's no Cyndaquil. So the starter Pokemon are these three, and there's no Cyndaquil. I'm actually kind of surprised. On one hand, I think a lot of people are happy that it's not like Charmander or Bulbasaur, or like a lot of people are so tired of Gen 1. They're like, stop, no more. They've had enough representation. Stop giving me Charizard, right? So a lot of people are happy to see starters that are not Gen 1. But also, I'm kind of sad that they don't have my boy Cyndaquil. Out of this list, Totodile was my favorite of the Johto. I picked Cyndaquil because I usually always pick the fire, but I love me some Totodile, specifically because of the cartoon. But yeah, to pick, kind of a lot of people, just I don't know. Which one are you guys picking? Chikorita, Tepig, or Totodile? And I think because they are here, you're going to get some mega evolutions of these guys as well. Okay. Dang. Okay. You got warps. You can go up and down now. You got horizontal. Yup. Pause. Pause. Was that a thing? You can float? I think you could do that in the last Pokemon, actually. The last Pokemon that I remember playing was the one for the Switch. I think it was Arceus. I think that's the last big one that came out. And I'm having a hard time remembering if you could jump. I think you could. You could fly as well. Yeah, I think that was a thing. I think. Okay. It's like real time. They're like fighting while you move around. But that's how it was before too as well. I completely forgot. There's my boy Lucario. You got a bunch of other people as well. You got Charizard. New story. New Pokemon. I think this is the Pokemon ZA Pokemon here. Another dog type. I'm wondering if he's going to be joining the ranks of the 3 legendary dogs that are currently in place right now. Pokemon Legends ZA, the Pokemon Company, and it's supposed to be coming out. Ooh, what you got? Is that Rotom? What do we got? Yeah, it's Rotom. What's up? This is a promotion match announcement. I don't know what that is, but it looks like it could be an arena to fight in Pokemon. There's also another one thing called Pokemon Champions that got unveiled. Okay, a new Pokemon game title. Pokemon Champions has been announced for development on Nintendo Switch and mobile platforms. Developed by Game Freak and the Pokemon Works. The game emphasizes traditional Pokemon battles with features like Mega Evolution and Terrestrialization. It will connect with Pokemon Home, allowing for cross-platform play. The announcement has generated significant excitement among fans, with many drawing comparisons to the fan-made battle simulator Pokemon Showdown, suggesting Pokemon Champions could be an official take on that concept. So Pokemon Showdown, if you guys don't know, is a place where you can go online and battle anyone, but it's like, it's online. It's like literally like internet, like browser. And it looks like they're now, you know, they're like, Pokemon was like, how can we monetize this? How do we take that someone's doing, you know, for free? How do we get paid off of this? And it looks like they're creating their own version of Pokemon Showdown called Pokemon Champion. Yeah, I already know this. Is this copyrighted music or is this just a trailer? Let's find out. Oh, those days of just connecting to fight with the Game Boy? Ooh. Ooh, man. Oh, man. If you missed out on this, by the way, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You missed out on it. Okay. I'm sorry if you missed out on Maple Story. I'm sorry you missed out on Ragnarok Online. I'm sorry if you missed out with like going outside to the playground. All right. I'm sorry if you missed out on like waking up at like 5 a.m. to play MMOs before you had to go to school. Okay. Sorry if you missed out on the RP days of the chats and the AOL and the ASLs. And I know I'm Pepperidge farming you guys, but pretty legendary times because you get to see the creation of it as to where we are now. And it's only going to keep getting better and better and better. The only thing that sucks is as you get older, I'm like, man, it's going to be even better in like 100 years, but I'll be dead, you know. C'est la vie. Oh, I know this song is copyrighted. Stop. Is this some Imagine Dragons? I know it. Anyway, you got Pokemon Nintendo 64. Ooh, God. If y'all missed out on the Pokemon Stadium days, oh, you missed out on the mini games. You missed out on GoldenEye. Damn. I'm sorry. But you know, I'm just saying it was just good times. It's just good times. Okay, just reminiscing. Okay, Unk is just reminiscing. Oh, I called myself Unk. Oh. Oh. You had the Switch here. I'm just going to go forward because it's just copyright music. Then you have the phone. What do we got going on? Airplane. What's this? Yeah. Oh, it's on the phone? GG's. Pokemon prints money. They print money. Pokemon TCG, I think, was one of the most successful. Every time they make something, it prints. It prints. It gobbles. It eats. It eats. And now this is going to be the same thing, man. Good lordy, lordy, lordy. So you get to play online. Pretty cool. From anywhere, obviously. Pretty cool. I'm skipping because the music I know is copyrighted. You can play with somebody who's on the Switch, so it's cross-platform. Oh my! So people on the Switch can play on the phone. Oh my God! Everybody gonna have this. Everybody just gonna be battling. That's oh my Lord. Yeah. Okay. Now you're in there. Cool. Mega evolutions, crystallization, terrorizations. Yeah. When does this come out? Now in development? Yeah, that's going to take over. Goodbye, Pokemon Showdown. Enjoy it while it lasts, because this is definitely going to replace it. Last but not least, guys, let's end this on the great news. We got a teaser for Shrek 5. It's a 27-second teaser. And I'm going to play it, okay? I'm going to pause it every 5 seconds. I don't care. Shrek, you guys know, it's just, if you don't like Shrek, or the Shrek movies, if you haven't seen it at least 25 times, I might judge you. So I'll judge you for not watching Shrek. I don't even know if you're a human being at this person if you haven't seen any of the Shreks, okay? Number two, you've seen all the Shreks, but you've only seen them once, I'm also going to judge you. That's also a red flag, okay? I only accept the people who have watched Shrek a total of 20 plus times, minimum, okay? Then I see you. I know who you are, okay? I know what you do. But yeah, Shrek 5 in theaters December 23, 2026, okay? You did not hear that wrong. 2026. I'm not mispronouncing it. It's next year, at the end of the year. So I don't know why we're getting teasers to movies that don't come out until the end of next year, literally starting January 2027. I don't like that. I don't feel so good about it. But one of the crazy announcements about this is that Shrek and Fiona, they have a daughter, and the daughter is voiced by the one and only Zendaya. It's going to be peak. It really is going to be peak. It's one of the best. I'm sorry. I'm just glazing, but it's Shrek. It's the best.
Hey, Magic Mirror, who's the fairest of them all? Why, Shrek, of course.
Okay, so funny because Donkey has been remade. He has hair now. Shrek has been remade as well. And it looks like popping up over on the right here is Shrek's daughter, who I'm assuming is going to be Gen Z. Oh, lordy. This is going to be good, ain't it? And they were showing all the Shrek memes. There's a lot more than that. But okay, that was 7 seconds. That might have been too long. Let's continue.
Ew, Dad.
Ooh, Mama like. Who's making this stuff?
Not me.
Oh my God. So Pinocchio is out here making the memes of Shrek. Yeah, I hate to see it happen. Look at this. Look at their kid. How old? Oh my God. The family is all here. You love to see it. Give me some more. Okay. I got to pause it though.
Shrek 5, starring Mike Myers.
Eddie Murphy.
Cameron Diaz. And Zendaya?
Yeah. So, okay. First of all, can we just talk about this really fast? The cast. Okay. Mike Myers, absolutely amazing for Shrek. Has been, always will be, right? I loved him in Austin Powers too. Are you an Austin Powers fan at home? Okay. Because I am. And I've seen Austin Powers at least 50 times as well. Used to be one of my favorites. It's a goated. It's goated. International Man of Mystery. Please, can we talk about this all day? Yes. Eddie Murphy. We all know Eddie Murphy. Legend, the GOAT. Okay. Sometimes I forget how much voice acting like Eddie Murphy has done. Like sometimes I forget that he's what's his name? Mushu from Mulan, right? He's like one of the best voice actors there are when it comes to cartoons. And he's Donkey. Okay. Donkey. Cameron Diaz. I would like to say, I'm just, this is the film. I don't know if you guys know this, right? I'm a bit of a film critic. And when I say a critic, I mean, I watch a lot of highly acclaimed TV shows, garbage TV shows, and movies as well. And then I objectively look at it and I review it, and I'm pretty spot on. Like I'm in another lifetime, I am a movie critic. Steven Spielberg, go up and down, that might be me. Anyway, Cameron Diaz. I love Cameron Diaz. I have such a huge crush on her. Ever since There's Something About Mary with Ben Stiller. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think recently she played in a movie with Eddie Murphy. No, it wasn't Eddie Murphy. It was another black guy on Netflix, and I can't remember who the black guy is because I'm racist. But yeah, it was decent. And then you got Zendaya. Everybody loves Zendaya. Zendaya is just like, she's just it. She's the one that if you put her in a movie or you put her in a TV show, it's just going to sell. Like, she just sells. Her name sells. She sells seashells on the seashore. I might have ADHD. Oh yeah, that's Shrek. Okay, I can't wait to watch that. That's Pokemon 2 as well. And yeah, I'm yapping, so I'm going to get out of your hair now because I'm having a really good time talking with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's news. If you did make it to the end, and if you haven't liked the video before, can you please, on your way out, leave a like? It lets me know that you kind of just made it, and it means the world to me. It does mean a lot. And if also you guys are enjoying the series, subscribe, and hey, tell your friends about me. Okay, let's share it out. Let's get this out there. Let's go worldwide. I don't do enough marketing, to be honest. I've all my time on YouTube, I don't market. And I think 2025 has got to be the year where you have to market for me. That's my marketing. So you go out there and you tell 5 people about me, and you can actually show this clip of them. I'm still yapping, haven't gone yet. Show this clip and say, hey, welcome. Hey, how you doing? Welcome, new person. I'm here to tell you about the news without stressing you out and also making jokes. And you should come on board and subscribe, okay? Share this with at least 5 and 10 of your friends. We'll make it a pyramid skit. We'll make it a cult, and then we'll all be happy. I love y'all, okay? Y'all take it easy, okay? I think there is something wrong with my brain, and I'm thinking I'm getting overstimulated, so let me get the hell out of here. I love you guys. Y'all take it easy. Peace.